stir fry. I'm pretty much mimicking the recipe, just with a few changes of vegetables and a little bit different spicing. I pretty much took the time to shred the meat beforehand, just so that's easier. And I'm back to doing things with one hand because I forgot to open all the bottles. Another thing I am doing a little bit differently is I don't know if I can even see chat right now. But basically, I have stopped measuring. So, basically, just mimic the beef stir fry, add whatever you want. The only difference for this is I am using pork. I don't know where the chat is. They changed this and they tried to make me streamcast the first thing. So that was a mess. This is technically 2 servings that I'm making. I really can't see the chat if it's happening. And for anyone curious, Oak's right over here. And she was just a good girl and did a high five. Again, I cannot see if you guys are talking. Mostly because I don't know if you are. And the chat's not showing anything. So I do apologize if you are talking and I cannot see you. I don't know if that's glitched that I see 11 people are here. Now I am using it in kind of instant rice, just because this is for my family. Okay, so I can see the chat. Hello, Marcus. This is pork stir fry. I haven't really changed much of the recipe from the beef stir fry. I'm even using beef broth because, well, there's no real pork broth. So what I got is what we got. Now, I know in one of my community posts I did talk about pizza, but that is going to be happening later, probably tomorrow. Can I describe how to cook? Damn. Well, I could if I was cooking properly. I'm kind of just winging this. There is no real recipe. I'm just kind of winging the beef stir fry recipe, which may or may not work well. I believe it is about either a quarter or half teaspoon of garlic powder, quarter or half teaspoon of onion, an eighth or a quarter of ginger, a teaspoon or two of sesame oil, and about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Well, after I get everything together, probably about 5-10 minutes. Like, this is not going to be taking too long, just because this meat has already been cooked. I'm making it with leftovers. If this was with, say, fresh or at least raw meat, I would say give it 15 to actually cook the meat and everything. But this is not. Oak is just being her helpful self by knocking over everything. This may not look like much right now. And that would be because I forgot the 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Which can be easily remedied. Hello, Raul Sangilia. How are you doing? Is there a spoon in here? Why the fuck is there a spoon in here? Oh, God damn it. So adding 3 tablespoons of brown sugar and me checking to see how much escaped before it tries to melt itself onto my stove. And this isn't packed, so I'll be adding more than what looks like 3 tablespoons. It's about 7 p.m. Now once this is mixed up, I'm going to let it thicken up. Anything left over in here will be absorbed by the rice and can coat the vegetables once I toss them in. This is the pork stir fry. Pretty much I'm modifying the beef recipe a little bit. One of the main reasons it's just a modified beef stir fry this time is because I need to use up my beef broth. You two are hungry? Poor boys. Or at least I assume you're boys. Trying to figure out if there's anything I can add in that won't tank the taste. But I'm not seeing anything. I could probably throw in some mushrooms since I'm not going to be the one eating this. United States. By the way, my original beef stir fry is supposed to have mushrooms and everything too. I don't like mushrooms, so I never had it. Had to put you down for a moment to open the mushroom can. I'm going to strain these best I can. I'm not eating it because I've already eaten, and I don't want pork. I'm just feeding it to my family because they'll eat anything I put in front of them as long as they didn't have to cook it. Where the fuck are the scissors? Yeah, fuck it, there's a knife. Brother, I'm straining. So, yeah, I'm just kind of like winging this a little bit. They needed vegetables, here's a bag of vegetables. They eat mushrooms, fuck it, put in a can of mushrooms. That's kind of the thing about cooking. You can modify as you want. Like, recipes are just suggestions. If that makes any sense. There are probably too many vegetables. One moment. Like the entire apple pie I streamed making, at least I think I streamed making it, never ate that. Blueberry jam, never ate that. Like half the things I show you people, I never eat. I feed it to others. Sometimes it's because I'm generous. Sometimes it's because they're bitching. Sometimes it's just because you guys voted for it. It's not a food I would willingly consume. Regardless, in under 10 minutes, with some pre-cooked meat, instant rice, a freezer bag of vegetables that was allowed to be microwaved, and a can of pretty much ready mushrooms, I've made pork stir fry. Wasn't too much effort, wasn't too much time, I didn't give a single shite. And yeah, well, I've been streaming for 18 minutes. If you guys want me to make a recipe, I'll probably wing up a recipe video if you want. And I'll see if I can stream the pizza tomorrow. Regardless, that's this. And I'll be ending the stream before I call the fools to come eat their food. Because they don't like being on stream. And I mean, can of mushrooms. They're not very expensive. Spices aren't very expensive. Normal soy sauce is not expensive. Sesame oil can be a little pricey. And the rice is just, instant shit. And you know how much a frozen bag of vegetables costs. It's not horrible. So it's a pretty cheap meal. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all again for 8.5 for cooking. Probably sooner with the pizzas. Hi, Abby. And hopefully, fingers crossed everyone, my microphone gets fixed very soon, and I can talk to you while riding a horse and crashing every 5 minutes. Bye. Where the fuck did they put the new X? Oh, there it is.